it. I love Jason Casper.
Best. Go.
Pets smell like poop.
All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Monday afternoon. God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. I pray y'all are blessed. As today, guys, well, like I said, we bet the treadmill. We bet the treadmill. All right. We ain't got no treadmill today, guys. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. But it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. All right. Big shout out to everybody in the chat right now. We got to give a major shout to Samuel S44 with 2 chicken legs. Are you trying to say I have chicken legs? I'm very insecure about my chicken legs, guys. I'm very insecure about my chicken legs, all right? Big shout out to Splashfire Films. Shout out to Samuel S44. Shout out to Androgel. Bear divs on smaller frames. Red on daily. What made you go long here, bro? Long in the top, JC, long in the top, bet the treadmill, long in the top, baby. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'll get into it later, all right? I'll get into it later, okay? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hopefully we'll be all right. Shout out to my friend, something. That's what's up. Shout out to Chad PZ8Z, Caspy boy. That's right. It's your boy, Caspy. Caspy feeling kind of raspy. Like button looks sick when you press it. Yeah, go ahead and press the dang like button. Guys, look, if we can get 1,000 likes within the first half hour, I will be giving away $1,000. Let's do it. Smash up the likes. 1,000 likes in a half hour. We'll give away $1,000. Shout out to Steak Sauce. You saw me in Crypto Faces stream. I was just chilling over there, yeah. Big shout to Bullish on Parade. Big shout to J Wheels 11. He says, "What's up, Casper crew? What's up, Casper crew?" Shout out to Shark Vince, False Start Monday. Shout out to Cradle01 with all the hearts. Shout out to Jay Becker and Divergence Dom, Big J. That's right. It's your boy, Big J. Big J. I went long 100x full account. Is that okay? That's it? Only 100x full account? I don't know if that's okay. You might want to up that to 200x, baby. Shout out to Lexi, I pressed it. Good. Keep on pressing it, everybody. Jay shorted Ravecoin and got 98%. Now he can long every top without a care. Oh, I wish I had shorted Ravecoin. But nope. Didn't do it. Big shout to Divine Hood. Big shout to Crypto Coons holding it down with the wrench. Shout out to Teal House Coffee and Bakery. What's up, Jay? Give us some info. Man, we're bringing the info today, man. It's a beautiful sunny day. The sun is out, the clouds are fluffy and white, the mountains are beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Man, look at that beautiful view. It's a beautiful view, it really is. I mean, I love this view out here, man. I could stay out here all day and just stream all day, and I do. Shout out to Frappy Crypto. Shout out to Verboshi. 1K to anyone or just in your group? Anybody. Verboshi? Anybody, even you. Verboshi, this could be you, Verboshi. Jasper, God bless you for showing love to Eliyahu, the apologist. Well, God bless him and God bless you. Chosen with grace. Shout out to Jules OOP, make me a mod, JC. I mean, I don't know, Jules OOP. I don't know you. No offense. Stick around. Maybe we'll know. You guys smash up the likes. $1,000 giveaway if we can get 1,000 likes in half an hour. We got about 500 viewers in here. I think we could, I think we might be able to do it today. Is CryptoFace still live? I don't know. Shout out to, am I using hedge mode? I don't know. Does Antarctic have a hedge mode? I think you can just do this. I don't think you need to be on a hedge mode on Antarctic. I don't know if there is a hedge mode. No, you don't need to be on hedge mode. This is Antarctic. But yes, guys, I am short, all right? I'm short. First of all, let's talk about what's happened. Casper Crew VIP Discord, March 27th, gave the long trade in the moment, gave the setup in advance, gave the trade in the moment, all right? Here's the trade. Closed it out for a $63,000 profit, baby. All right, $63,000 profit. Opened it on the 26th of March. All right. Told the community I'm taking the trade. I had 1/3 of the position open. I gave them my limit orders. I was limiting into this trade. All right. Gave the long from $68,000. Told the community when I was entering the trade. Still have the dang trade open actually. Over here. I still have the trade open. We are up 68 grand. All right, 68 grand. So 60 grand, man, we're over 120 grand on these trades, given in the dang Casper crew. And then the short trade that I'm currently in also was given in the Casper crew. I told the community I am short on the 17th. And that's the trade that we're currently in right now. That trade is up in profit, 8,000 unrealized. Let's see what happened. Now, I want to talk about why I took a long at the top. Jay, why did you long here? Why did you long here? Now, if you were here yesterday, you know I told you why I took a long here. I've been in this long since yesterday. I held it in the green. I held it in the red. I held it in the green. I held it in the red. Now, of course, if you're on Antarctic, you hold it in the purple and you hold it in the blue and you hold it in the purple and you hold it in the blue. You know? You hold it in the purple. You hold it in the blue. You know? You gotta hold it in the purple. Gotta hold it in the blue. Yeah. You gotta hold it in the purple, gotta hold it in the blue. You gotta hold it in the purple, gotta hold it in the blue. Ayo, ayo, ayo. J Casper in the purple and the blue. Sit back, I'ma tell you what she gonna do. Talking about the Bitcoin. Let me go boing, pumping up. Hopefully my rap is not too annoying. Got a story to tell ya. Sit back, relax. Bitcoin got the oil like the flax, like the seeds got the fiber, cause the price is on fire. Next thing I know, we're down to the wire. Sit back. Yesterday, I came to the chart. What did it say? It said that Bitcoin was coming down to the setups that we gave in the Casper crew, and that's enough. So I took the trade, I took the long. Sit back and listen to my crypto song, because before too long, I'm never wrong. I'm only right because the profit's coming up all night. I took the long trade kind of as a hedge, because Bitcoin was in the falling wedge. We came down to the support, we got the bounce. I said, hopefully we don't get hurt. We already short from the setup in the Discord. Bitcoin about to pump, ain't ya hoy? So I said, look, now here's the deal. Just like a nice fresh banana peel on the 1 hour time frame. So insane, up in the membrane. J Casper got going like his brain. We came down to the trend line, looking so fine, like a beautiful key lime pie, about to pull it from the low to the high. As long as we don't lose it, we're still looking fine in the uptrend. Plus we got a hidden bullish divergence. Market cipher be so emergent. On the 4 hour you could see, as we came down to the bottom of the trend line E, we got a nice little wave coming down. And can you hear the sound? A hidden bullish div right here at support. About to pump up, let me escort the price to a new all-time high. It could happen, this is the time. Now of course we know if we take another trend line from the all-time highs and connect the lines, you could see that we're coming to resistance. And if we break this, don't you know we go the distance? Hey, check it. We take it from October 6th, pull it down like a stick. You could see if we break through, I'ma tell you what the Bitcoin price about to do. She about to hit a new all-time high. Bitcoin price about to fly. Maybe at least to 95, pull a fib from the high. Yeah, now you could see it. If we break out, oh, the beat's over. Okay. Look, that's kind of why I took the trade, all right? Essentially, let's smash up the dang likes, baby. Let's smash up the dang likes. Because if we get 1,000 likes in half an hour, we will be giving away $1,000. Guys, the reason why I took this long trade from the top is simply because, and I said this yesterday in my live stream, if you're here for the Sunday live, you know that I was saying my preferred scenario was that we come down to this trend line, get a hidden bullish div on the 4 hour, and as long as we are holding the trend line with the hidden bullish divergence, then I think we could see Bitcoin make a new high, right? And so when I got an alert that we had come down to the setup that I had given here, I took the trade, took it with no stop loss, because I just closed out a position for $63,000, and I didn't really want that position to get closed out, right? I didn't really want that position to get closed out. I wanted to keep it open and maybe let it dip into the red a little bit. And so this is basically a continuation of my swing long right now. The fact that I'm already long from 68K up 60 grand, the fact that I'm hedged from $78,000 from the short setup that I gave in the moment in the Casper crew, that's why I'm long now from this level. And essentially, guys, so long as we're not going to lose this trend line down here, I'm going to just kind of keep this long rolling, all right? Now, we are printing a hidden bullish divergence here, and this computer's about to die. I got to get back inside and plug it on in here. Let's get the treadmill rolling, baby. You know, let's get this treadmill rolling. Let's get this laptop charging. Laptop charging, treadmill rolling. Smash up the likes, baby. Let me get on my BLOFIN bling as well. Big shout to BLOFIN. Hang on. Man, the beats are hitting hard today. These are some hard beats. There's some fire beats. They're on fire. Oh man. How fast do we want the treadmill? 3.5 miles per hour, I think is good. All right. So here's the deal, guys. Yeah, I'm in a $700,000 trade combined. I got $250,000. I got $250,000 on my position here, and I got about 400 something thousand over on the other account. All right, so we are in a $750,000 long. Here's the deal. We're gonna keep this simple as Sheol. All right, we're gonna keep it simple as Sheol. We go to the weekly time frame. All right, if we get a move above this trend line, guys, if we do, we are changing market structure on the weekly time frame. We are changing market structure. High, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low. That would be a change of market structure on the dang weekly time frame, guys. That could give us a significant push to the upside, which would allow us to come up to, if we pull all the volume of this, right, to come back test the zone between 81 and potentially $87,000. If we pull the volume from the top of this drop, we could see a move back up to the value area high of the drop around $91,000. We could see significant follow through, guys. All right, we could really see significant follow through. And I'm not trying to get overly bullish. It's literally snowing out right now. What the actual? It's snowing out right now. What? So this is something that could really happen here. And secondly, like I said, yesterday I was talking about this, the fact that when we came down to this exact low right here at $65,000, all right, you pull your Fibonacci from the low to the high. We had our Fibonacci golden pocket down here. We had our volume value area low right down here as well. So we had very beautiful, juicy confluence down here. Hang on, the fib at the time was down here. Beautiful, juicy confluence. We had a very nice bottom. All right, a very nice bottom. Take a look. As the price was getting lower into key support, market cipher B was giving us this pattern here, this pattern right here, this pattern right here. Massive, big, then skinny right? Big on the left, skinny on the right. The coveted uneven butt cheek pattern. Big and juicy on the left. You poke it with a pin, you squeeze out the gravy, the ricotta cheese. Right butt cheek, very skinny, just like that waitress at the diner, you know, coming out talking like this. Super skinny, veins popping out the neck. Hey, Jason, how you doing, hon? You need another cup of coffee? Jason, you're looking skinny, hon. You're losing weight? You know, that really hurts a man's self-esteem. I'm on a bulk, Dolores. I'm trying to gain weight. Now you're looking too skinny, Jason. Let me get you some pancakes. Let me get you some pancakes. You could put some simple carbs on your pancakes. Some Aunt Jemima's maple syrup or whatever they eat. I guess they banned Aunt Jemima's now because it's too racist. I don't know. Whatever the young kids are putting on the pancakes nowadays. I don't know. All right. That's what we had. This is a bottom signal. Then we got to move to the upside. We come down. We get a back test. We get a continuation pattern, right? Trigger wave. Look at the continuation on the oscillator. Look at the continuation. Then over here, we continue to trade on this trend line. All right, look at this. We come down, we make a lower wave. It's called a hidden bullish divergence. All right. Now, what are we doing? We're coming down to the trend line again, and we have another lower wave. This is also called a hidden bullish divergence. All right. So there is a real chance here that we continue up. Also, if we take this thing off of log scale, because like on log scale, if we put it off log scale, we are we're rejecting from the trend line. But if we put it on log scale, we're actually breaking out and back testing this. So there is a case to be made for more upside here. The 3-week is printing a green dot on market cipher B. All right, let's put on the 3-week. The 3-week put on market cipher B. We're printing the green dot right now. Last time we printed the green dot on the 3-week, it gave us a. Let's see what it did. What did it do? What did it do? What did it do? What did it do? Oh, we dumped. We dumped for a long time. Well, there you have it, guys. There you have it, folks. There you have it, folks. There you have it. The last time we did that, we got a big old dump. All right. Well, sheesh, man. Smash up the dang likes. Can we, you know what? Can we get, let's check it out. Let's check it out here. How's the health of the stream? Warning. The bit rate is low. The bit rate is low. Okay. Guys, if we can get 1,000 likes in half an hour, we'll be giving away $1,000. We have about 7 minutes left. We don't have the viewers, but maybe we'll still do some giveaways. All right, like the stream for the TA, not for the TA, at least for the hairstyle. If this isn't your preferred hairstyle, well then like it now for this preferred hairstyle. You know? Okay, let's get back to the first of all, let's get back to the OG hairstyle. All right, we'll put back on our cap. And then we will pop back on over to the Bitcoin chart. All right. Yeah, we might dump because of the 3-week. I don't know, but I'm just looking at this trend line here. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, I kind of want to be long if we get that move to the upside. All right. Let's wait and see. Now, of course, we're already short. We'll talk about a bullish. So this is the bullish scenario, guys. The bullish scenario is essentially that we are forming a hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour, a continuation pattern, and we are breaking out and back testing this big trend line, which could give us some follow through up towards 80K and then potentially the mid 80s or the low 90s. All right. Now, my preferred scenario, just in general, is this. I would really prefer that Bitcoin makes another low. I don't think that I don't think the low is in for Bitcoin. Like, honestly, like we need a double bottom of sorts. We either need to come down much lower into this zone, which is my preferred bottom, or at least come back down to test this again, right? At least come back to test this again. But we could very well get an insane bull trap here that could give us a move up here, and then we could come back down, and then we could enter into our bull market, right? That's my bearish, my bullish scenario on the short term is move up to here and then give us a move back down, and then we could finally bottom out of the bear market. Now, here's my bearish scenario locally. My bearish scenario locally is that we are rejecting from this trend line that we've been respecting now since October 6th, 2025. We're in the Casper Crew VIP Discord at jasoncaspertrading.com. We shorted the exact top in the moment, and we made 36 grand. Well, I did, and I should have made more on it, but doesn't matter. Made 36 grand on the dang short trade. Now, the bearish scenario is that we are rejecting from the trend line, guys. Right? Put it back on log, or put it back on regular, I mean. That we're rejecting from the trend line. Wait a second. Hang on. We got to get back to Bybit inverse perpetual USD and put this thing on the right way. Long log scale, the bearish scenario is that we're rejecting from the trend line. And if we go to the weekly time frame, you could look at it this way too, right? Technically speaking, we had this high from the 16th of March, right? So we tried to wick up, we reject from the trend line, and we close the candle below the level, which means if we can't make a higher high here, you could make the case that a significant top has been put in. Now, when I look at the daily time frame, though, it doesn't look so bearish to me. Like, I'm not seeing bearish divergence here. The 12-hour, there is some bear div on the 12-hour here. It's not looking the most bearish in the world to me, to be honest. Right? To be totally honest, it's not looking the most bearish thing in the world. But you could say this is a nice high into the trend line. Now, we need to talk about the elephant in the room, which is this. My trade, which is in the red. My goodness, what an idiot Jason Casper is. An absolute fool. But no, the real elephant in the room, I'd say, is the CME gap that we have up here. Like, let's remove all this nonsense. Let's remove all this nonsense. We have the CME gap. Let's go to our half-hour time frame here and take a look at this giant CME gap that we have right up here at about 77.5. Now, what is a CME gap, you ask? A CME gap is the CME futures market, a traditional market. What do I mean by that? You know, it's really weird. I mean, this is so crazy, but apparently, like, people that trade traditional markets and don't just like degen trade crypto on shady exchanges, they like take breaks like over the weekend, and they have these other things called lives and family. I don't know, like, I never heard of it before. Like, you know, for me, we all know 24/7 on the chart no matter what. But apparently they take breaks and they like do stuff that's not trading. I couldn't believe it either. So what happens is the market closes on a Friday, right? Meanwhile, we're still trading all weekend long, right? And so all weekend long, we're short from the setup given in the moment in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, up right now, $8,700. But these guys, they you know, I don't know, they're hanging out with their friends. I never heard of that before. And so, anyway, price comes all the way down, and then on Sunday night, we open here, right? It leaves a big gap in the chart, okay? A lot of times, these gaps do get filled, and we get a reaction from it. This time, that gap is at 77.5, right? So, that means there is also, like, a good chance that if we come back up here, this is back on the YUBIT chart, 77.5, guys. That is going to put us way back up here. That's going to now take us back above this trend line. So, are we going to see something like this, and we hold and continue? It is very possible. When I look at our 30-minute time frame, especially when I look at this low that we put in, I like how the money flow is getting higher. I like how the momentum waves are getting higher. So, yeah, I have to say, like, I am slightly more bullish than bearish right now. But I do recognize the fact that a significant high may have been put in here. And I'm also happy to say that I shorted the exact top in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. I told the community my criterion. You know, we're at this naked point of control. If we lose 78K, I'm going to short. No loss of level equals no short. And then as soon as we lose the level, we short. We short. We short. We short. So we will see what happens here, man. We will see what happens. Yeah. So, now let's go back to the chart again, because we need to go back to the macro. We're going to go to the daily time frame. All right, the daily time frame. Let's see. Yeah, the daily time frame. Let's clean off everything right now. We're dealing with this. We're dealing with this chunk of price action. Bam, boom, bing, bomb, bissle. All right, right now, as long as we're not losing 72, technically, I still have to say more upside is the best probable scenario, okay? So, there's two key areas that I am looking at right now. The first key area, obviously, is this, right? It is a false move Monday. And nobody would deny the fact that we have this low that we made on Thursday, and we have the value area high back test, and we have from the low to the high, the Fibonacci golden pocket 786 right here. This is obviously major support, right? And I would still consider, remember, my whole bullish scenario here is based on the fact that we are holding this trend line, right, with hidden bullish divergences. So, you know, if we come down again, just into this box, that could still, in my opinion, be a valid like fake out of the trend line and then bounce. The one last area that I would look for would be to take out these lows. Do you guys remember a few weeks ago we were waiting to take out these lows and we never did? All right. Something else to be aware of is this. We pull our fib now from the low to the high, and the Fibonacci golden pocket is coming in right around 69.7. So you can come back down into here and basically take the liquidity from here. What do I mean by take the liquidity? I mean stop hunt these people that have their stop losses under here, their stop losses under here, their stop losses under here. Come and fill on the 4-hour time frame. We have this like this fair value gap that technically would also be filled right around 70,300. We have the Fibonacci golden pocket, and it would like make a really nice zone of support. So really the two main long trades that I'm interested in right now is coming down either into this zone right here, just to take the low from 73.3, bounce from the value area high at around 72.5-ish, or come down to the golden pocket now around 69.7-ish after taking the liquidity from here, right? So if we do come down, and especially now if we're going to lose the trend line, obviously the long trade I'm in, I'm going to have to close it in a loss and look for a new long. All right. Now, what about local short trades? Well, obviously the trend is your friend until the end, and we do have this channel here. So we do need to be aware of simply just coming back to the top of the trend line and then getting another rejection, right? So we should also be aware of that. But this is pretty much what I'm looking at right now with Bitcoin. Now, again, once we start to lose this trend line, especially if we're losing this value area high, this becomes a much more lower probability long, in my opinion, because once you're back down underneath value area high, the probability is really its highest that we could actually see a big drop back down, right? So this is going to be major long opportunity, in my opinion, at the back test of like 72, 73. And then when we come down to 69.7, we either do something like this. So definitely when you're taking along from 69.7, your TP1 needs to be back at the value area high, right? Because this also would make for a short trade setup that could take you all the way back down to like below that last low, right? 64.5. But, you know, anything's possible with trading, right? Anything's possible with trading, right? There's no rules, right? It could be different from day to day, you know? You think you have the price action figured out, and then something changes, right? It's like women, right? You think you have your woman figured out, and then something changes, right? Something changes, right? You're like, wait a second, I thought I had you figured out. She's like, no. Then you find out she's on a cycle, just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's on the 4-year cycle. So you never know how she's going to act tomorrow. It depends on what part of the cycle she's in. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure some of you guys understand. But let's check out the poll. First of all, we have 800 viewers, 300 likes. I did say if we get 1,000 likes in half an hour, we give away $1,000. We got to give a major shout out to our super chat in the house. All right. We got to give a major shout out to our super chat in the house. Good morning, y'all. Bitcoin got 2 OBIM levels at around 72 and second at around 70. So the price could go lower before mid 80 or even 90s. Yeah, it could go lower. It could come down to, in my opinion, oh yeah, look, 72 and 70. Those are pretty much the two levels I'm looking at. So yes, those are two very important levels. So yeah, those would be my last hope scenarios though before I expect lower. Big shout out to SEC Covo rated. Don't reproduce with the 0.65 IQ. Okay, shout out to hopefully the cycle is not 4 years. Yeah. Neighbor say neighbor has no idea what I'm talking about. All right. My best guess is 72 first and then a new high, then nuke. That would be cool. I would like that. Big shout out to Crypto Crank in the house. What is going on, Crypto Crank, my bro? What is going on, bro? God bless you, man. God bless you in Jesus' name. The Iran meeting will decide direction next 40 hours. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I hope it gives us some volatility, but here's the thing, man. Don't put too much stock in the news, all right? Don't put too much stock in the news, guys. You can't trust that stuff, all right? Look, I mean, how many times we heard, yeah, Yeah, just trade the charts, guys. Trade the dang charts. Don't trade the dang news. All right, big shout out to Flippa Frank. I saw Flippa Frank almost won something in Crypto Face's stream. You know? Shout out to Thero. He says, "Dear Jason, please say Bitcoin." All right, I will. Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Aunt Jemima's original syrup equals high fructose corn syrup, cellulose gum, caramel color, and salt and artificial flavors. Is it racist? No. Is it unhealthy? Yes. Well, I would consider it racist in the fact that trying to feed that to humans might significantly decrease the population of the human race. If you know what I mean. The 4-year cycle has never been broken. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it might be broken this time. Like, we'll have to wait and see about that because, you know, look, the one fact is that we have made a new all-time high before the halving. This is a new development here. The new all-time high happened in March. The halving happened in April, right? So that is definitely something that we have never seen before. So could it be that because we have the new all-time high before the halving, that we bottom out before we typically would? You know, that was a question we were discussing this morning in Casper Crew VIP Discord. Because, you know, typically we should bottom out around the summer fall. So I'm going to put that right around September is when we would expect to bottom out in the bear market. And I'm also going to have to still go with the fact that every single cycle we come down to the Fibonacci 786, 886 fib level. So that's going to be right around here, right? Hang on. Let's take it off log. That's going to be right around here. All right. Right around, just dip below 40K. Historically speaking, that would be our time and price target would be Bitcoin bottom around here, right? But you know, we will see what happens here because we have not seen, and this is true, what I'm about to say, we have not seen a change of weekly market structure ever in Bitcoin during a bear market that didn't mean that the bottom was in, right? News follow price 100%. News is just something to justify moving money around. Yeah, I mean, the charts, they always do predetermine the news. And honestly, if I had to guess right now about a direction for, I'm not talking about chopping around, but, you know, based on the 3-week, the 2-week, the weekly, and the daily, it does really look to me like a move to the upside is more probable. So maybe we get bullish news. All right? I don't know. R Pink had a waffle this morning with peanut butter. That's what's up. Because honestly, I love waffles and I love peanut butter. I love peanut butter. People say that peanut butter is bad for you, but heck no, man. It's not. Unless you buy like the kind that has high fructose corn syrup and like partially hydrogenated soybean oil, that'll turn a man straight into a woman. All right. But if it's just peanuts in a blender, maybe a little bit of sea salt, you know. Halving was in 2024. You're right. You guys know what I'm talking about. What am I on? I'm on a treadmill, bro. No, the halving came, the all-time high came before the halving. For sure. Was the halving in 2024 or 2025? I forget what year it was. Yeah, it was 2024. Yeah, our halving was in April. And our all-time high happened in March. Yeah. Yeah. Our all-time high happened in March and the halving was in April. So, yeah, we made a new all-time high before the halving, bro. What are you on, man? What are you smoking? You know what my favorite thing to smoke is? Plunger. You guys ever light up some plunger? You have to light this thing up, you know? You pack the bowl. It is 420 after all. Pack the bowl with some 1980s hair metal hair. Light that thing on fire and breathe deeply. You know? You must be smoking some dang hair metal through a plunger, bro, to think that the halving happened before the all-time high. All right? Seriously, man. What are you smoking, bro? What are you smoking? What do I think about the 3-week green dot? Yeah, last time it happened in a bear market, last time it happened in a bear market, though, look at this. Last time we got the 3-week green dot in a bear market, it actually meant the dot confirmed here. right? And then we dumped for 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, I guess for like 18 weeks after that we dumped. So let's assume the same, 18 weeks, right? 18 weeks, man, that's crazy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. All right, so if we actually dump for 6 candles, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will put us right in the summer, right? So yeah, we did bottom out after like 18 weeks of dumping, right? So like, yeah, I mean, that would actually kind of fit pretty well with our hypothesis here. Now, it's the monthly green dot that means the bottom is in, right? The monthly green dot means the bottom is in. Monthly green dots are great spot buys, 100%. Now, we do have a double bottom on the weekly here. Money flow curving on up. Let's check out how's our trade doing. We're in the green, baby. We're in the green. Now, of course, we're in multiple positions here. All right, we are in multiple positions right now over on Antarctic Decentralized Exchange. All right, we've got ourselves a fatty, not as fat as we've been in before. We were in a $1.5 million trade last week. We got ourselves a $413,000 long trade from 68,000 up right now. 40K in unrealized, 27K in realized. All right, that's like $67,000 right now. Bam. And then we are also in a freshie. It's not too fresh though. It's from over the weekend. We got a $250,000 position right now. That's why 700 in total. $250,000 position over here on Antarctic as well. Right here. And of course, we got a $250,000 short. Like I said, guys, we gave the long on the 27th. Setup given. Telling everybody exactly what I'm doing. Getting into the dang trade. My limit orders and everything. 68K. The trade, that's up $67,000 right now. Given in advance. Told everyone when I'm entering. Short trade that I'm in now. Given in advance. Told everybody when I'm entering 3 days ago. All right. 3 days ago from the exact high. In the Casper crew, man, we give the setup in advance and we tell you when we pull the trigger. Not financial advice, not financial advisors. Also, if you want to trade, we got good old Antarctic Decentralized Exchange, very low fees. We got BLOFIN, if you sign up using my link, very low fees. KCEX and YUBIT, if you want to trade Bitcoin and altcoins with very low fees and other assets, make sure to check that stuff out. Also, guys, make sure to check out Klein Funding. Klein Funding right now. You can get funded on this crypto Propfirm, 15% discount on all the accounts. Also, Bitfunded has their new mobile app and all that cool stuff. Check it out if you're interested. All right. Links in the pinned comment description. All right. Links in the pinned comment and description. Now, let's check out, go back to our chart here. Let's check out the order flow. I am curious to see what order flow says now. Nothing. Order flow doesn't say anything significant at all right now. All right. But I will say this, we do have we have a lot of, not a lot of long, but we have a significant, actually, here's the thing, actually, order flow is forming some bullish CVD here, honestly. Locally bullish CVD here. We're seeing a lot of people trying to short this, right? So we got some shorts opening up. All right, big shout to everyone in the chat. Would you show us how I got my entry on 60K? I didn't get my entry on 60K. I did not get my entry on 60K. I got my entry at, my invalidation for that was under 64,000. Under 65, right? So we were longing 65K. All right. In fact, my entry was above that too. I didn't long the exact bottom on this one. All right. Did not get an entry at 60K. So I did buy on spot under in this range here. I did buy on spot here. Casper crew bringing you insane value straight to your doorstep. That's right. We drive it right to your doorstep, baby. Can I shred on my guitar for us? Right now my hands are a little bit cold. I don't know if I could shred. You know, back in the day when we used to tour, when I was in a band, I used to tour in the winter. We would bring hair dryers and we would blow dry our hands before our set to get them nice and warm. You know, I I also don't have a guitar with me here. Guys, are you in a long or short? Asks Justin Berger. In fact, let's take a look at the. Let's take a quick look at the live stream poll, right? Bitcoin to 80K or reject from here. It seems like most people say 80K. Cool. So people agree with me then. We're kind of bullish, right? MicroStrategy. Watch what MicroStrategy does, as it has front run the all-time highs of the last 2 cycles and most likely will hit its lows just the same. I heard MicroStrategy just bought some more Bitcoins, right? All right, Keepo Crypto is long. Keepo Crypto is long. No, I didn't have an entry at 60K. I did not. Maybe I did. Was there some kind of trade I took? Maybe. I might have had a scalp from there for some reason. You know what? Let's check out YouTube.com. All right. Let's go to Jason Casper's YouTube channel. All right. Make sure to check out Jason Casper's YouTube channel. Go to live streams and let's go back to February. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember when that was. Maybe it was this. Try to see if I was in a position. And this. Okay. Nah, I don't know. I'll never find it, man. I might have been in a trade. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I'm sorry. All right, we'll take a look at some more assets. What's my next trade setups? All was given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord this morning, all right? I'm short. Hope I don't get hort. A lot of people are short. All right, we got a scammer in the chat. All right, let's ban this person. Ban. Why DCA from 70? Why not wait until 50? Can you explain, please? Sure, I would love to explain. Here's the thing. When should you start buying Bitcoin? Not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. Just an idiot on the treadmill. Remember that. All right? It's very simple. Clean off the chart. There's two criteria. Criteria number one is you break the bullish market structure. All right? So that happens right here. Criteria number two, market cipher B money flow goes into the red. Boom. All right? Once that money flow goes back into the green, that's when you stop buying. All right? So buy every dip, red money flow, and change of structure. All right? So over here, change of structure happens right here. Money flow in the red. Right before that, boom. And you buy until we go into the green. All right? It's right here. So essentially what you're doing is you're building a position at the low. Now, in this instance, we only had one drop, right? In this instance, we had 1, 2, 3 drops. So here we go. We've changed market structure. That happened right here. And money flow is in the red. So this is when you start to buy. This is when you start to buy. What if we don't get to 50? What if we don't get to 50K, right? That's the thing about spot buying and position trading on high time frames. You don't know when the bottoms are going to be. You could guess, but what if I didn't buy, you know? What if I didn't buy and then we go up and I'm totally out on the sideline? Like that's not fun. That's not cool. Also, you know, got to stick to the plan, because what was my plan? My plan was very clear, very, very clear. My plan was very, very clear. It was super clear. My plan was so clear. My plan was so dang clear. Do you guys remember how clear the plan was? Do you guys remember how clear the plan was? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember how clear the plan was. Let's see. Where was the plan? Right here. In November. In November 19th. The moment that we lost the downtrend of the bull market, the moment that we broke this trend line, I said I'm not going to buy Bitcoin until we're 70K. All right. And so I have to stick to the plan. I'm buying under 70K. Right? I said check back in February to see if I'm retarded or smart. Of course, on February 5th, we dipped down below 70K. I guess I'm not retarded. I'm a little bit retarded. I'm a little bit retarded. All right. LBR, they call me. They call me LBR. LBR. What's up, LBR? Everyone calls me LBR. Right? So, gotta buy. You gotta buy when you're planning to buy. And you gotta sell when you're planning to sell. And for me, my first sell is gonna be $130,000. 130K is gonna be my first spot sell. Jay, are you stupid? Are you stupid? Like I said, LBR, 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 LBR. My first sell is gonna be at a 100% move. Man, you have to be a little bit retarded to realize 100% profits, honestly. But look, people said I was retarded for selling 80K. They said I was retarded for selling 100K. They said I was retarded for selling 120K. And that's why I made the whole thing, you know, check back in February to see if I'm retarded or not, because you got to stick to your dang plan, right? Stick to your plan. For me, I want to be in. I want to be in. I am bullish on Bitcoin. I want to be in. Oh my goodness, we're dumping. We're dumping like crazy. All right. LBR for president 2028. Let's go. Look, a lot of people, they know the plan. Put a 1 in. Shout out to everyone in the chat. My thoughts on getting a Stairmaster for a home versus a treadmill. Well, I hate cardio. I hate cardio so much. This morning, I did some cardio on the assault bike. I did some bike sprints. I did it in the basement, and I'm pretty sure I breathed in a lot of dust. I'm feeling a little weird after I did that, right? If you can stream or work from a Stairmaster, I say go for it, because if you want to get lean and sliced and diced, then the Stairmaster is the way. Seriously. And you could even do high intensity interval trading Stairmaster sprints, you know, on that Stairmaster, you know. But really, honestly, in my opinion, all you really need to do is walk. You know, if you want to work, I think all you need to do is walk. All you need to do is walk. Walking, honestly, is the best. Here's another thing about a Stairmaster. If you're working on a Stairmaster, it'll probably really drain you. Walking doesn't drain you. You know what I'm saying? Walking doesn't drain you. Un momento, guys. Yeah, if you want to get sliced and diced, though, all you need is a walking treadmill, a walking desk. All right, hang on, guys. I've got to pee. We're gonna go take a pee together in the bushes. And while I'm doing that, make sure to smash up the likes. Can you believe it's snowing right now? Do you guys see the snow? You see that? It's like snow flurrying right now. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. All right. Yeah, stick to your plan. Stick to your plan. Will ETH being hacked cause a downtrend? It would definitely. If ETH got hacked, it would definitely cause a massive dump. Shout out to Kodak. He says cardio means heart in Greek. You need to nose breathe when you were for nitric oxide. That's why when you get a heart attack, they inject you with nitroglycerin. Okay. What state am I in? I'm in the state of pure happiness and joy in the Lord. You know? 10 minutes snowing here in New York upstate. Interesting. You need pre-workout, arginine and citrulline. Do miracles for your arteries. Interesting. Ave got hacked. I know, right? Our pink, it's time to head back to Cuba, man. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this. One second here, y'all. Yeah, ETH hack would bring it probably down to like 800, maybe 500. Can you imagine that? Everyone foaming out of ETH. What an amazing opportunity that would be if ETH got hacked. I think it would come back. It would come right back. I mean, if FTT can bounce and you can make money longing FTT, imagine what happens if Ethereum dropped to zero. You know? Yeah, water in the old bushes, man. Where's my stop loss? I have no stop loss for this one, and it's not even a joke. You know? It's not even a joke. Steroids help the most out of everything. Nah, don't take steroids, man. That's so dumb, honestly. Don't take steroids. That's so dumb. You couldn't afford market ciphers, so you coded your own. It's called Cipher Sauce. Well, that's cool, man. That's cool. You got to be a little bit retarded to make it in this game. Honestly, I feel like that's true. Because anyone who's not a little bit retarded, yeah, then you're not getting into crypto in the first place, right? You're not getting into crypto in the first place. Don't forget to shake it. I hate when I put it back too soon. I'm talking about the old Fibonacci extension. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. All right, let's take a look at some other assets here. ETH, you know, this is kind of my feeling with ETH right now. We're in the middle of this giant range. If ETH were to get hacked, and we did drop down like below this low, that would be insane. But in general, I would say if Bitcoin's going to pump up to like, let's assume the bullish scenario for Bitcoin happens. The bullish scenario, like I said, if we're breaking out of the trend line, we're going up towards the mid 80s, 90K. We could see ETH come back up to $3,300, value area high, golden pocket. And in a perfect scenario of sell and may walk away, right? If we're talking about Bitcoin coming up to the mid 80s, maybe low 90s, and then coming for a double bottom, I think this is actually a really nice scenario for ETH to trade this big old sideways range that we have going on here and then pump up to a new high eventually. Now, I'm still in the camp that ETH is going to see $10,000 Ethereum at some point. I'm still in that camp, man. I'm still in that camp. Locally, what do we got for ETH? Pretty much the same as we got for Bitcoin. We do have a hidden bullish divergence here. We had a nice low. But again, here's one thing that does concern me on ETH. Yeah, well, no, I mean, yeah, we really need to hold this level. We need to hold this level because we got this ugly old descending channel. It's ugly and it's old. Ugly and old. Do what you're told. Ugly and old. ADX short. No games, no fear. Look at SOL. All right, we'll look at SOL. We'll look at SOL. Did we get 4,500 likes in time? Sadly, we did. We didn't. We didn't. I'm so sorry. How many guns do I have? Oh, I'm against guns. Guns are bad and evil. Guns kill people, and you should never have a gun, honestly. Look, I think they should outlaw all guns. Then the bad guys wouldn't be able to get them, and people wouldn't get shot anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm really against that, you know? So, yeah, I have zero, you know? Zero! All All right, let's take a look at Sol real quick. Here we are, Solana. Now, obviously, like the most insane, crazy, amazing opportunity on Sol is going to be buying it at $30. This could turn into a macro Bart Simpson pattern here. All right, this is the weekly, this is the monthly. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but assume something crazy happens and we are seeing Bitcoin coming below 50K. I don't think it's off the table to just complete the Bart Simpson pattern, bounce from the high volume node. I mean, when you really look at this, let's just clear everything off for a second here, guys. When we look at this objectively, what do we see? Support, support, resistance, clear low, clear highs. This is a giant sideways range. It's so funny that as soon as I said that it could very well happen, someone gave a thumbs down. That person doesn't realize that the very fact they gave a thumbs down because of a bearish scenario means now there's a 100% chance of Sol coming down. All right. It was like my man Felix. Remember Felix? You guys probably don't remember Felix. Back in the day, there was a guy named Felix in the chat, and he said, I forget, he said something like Bitcoin will never come down to like 86K again, he said. And I said, Felix, man, because you said that, we're definitely going down, right? So all you people out there say Sol's never going to go to 30. Now we're definitely going. It's all your fault. Big shout out to BLOFIN, where whales are made. Where whales are made. Big shout out to BLOFIN. I got to represent BLOFIN. I got myself the BLOFIN bling, baby. Look at that. Man, look at that shine. You know, honestly, I had an extra 500K and I didn't know whether or not to buy a Lambo or this chain, which was 500K because it's pure gold. So I decided to get the chain because look at how cool I look. Now when I go out, everyone looks at me and they're like, no, I'm not even kidding. I was at the hardware store the other day. This old lady, she must have been like 93. She says, excuse me, young man. I said, yes. She said, I have never seen anyone as cool as you. And I thought to myself, it was worth the 500K. It was worth the 500K. And I went back to my car with a really good feeling inside my heart and high self-esteem. High self-esteem, you know? Because really, what's the point of life? The point of life is to get a whole bunch of stuff so other people think you're cool so that you can feel good about yourself. Because if other people think you're cool, that means you're going to have an amazing life, you know? I realize that, you know, enjoyment in life has everything to do with what other people think about you, you know? That's why I have this chain. Lambos are out. It's all about the Maserati, baby. The house looks kind of crappy for how much money you make. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Hey, you think my house is crappy, bro, just because I have an unfinished garage with a whole bunch of crap in the background? You think this is crappy? You think this is crappy? I'm offended. I need to get another chain to make myself feel better. I need to get another chain to make myself feel better, honestly. What's Bitcoin doing here? Oh, we're back in the green, baby. We're back in the green. Well, in the blue on Antarctic. All right. Yeah, so Sol, let's come back. Yeah, on the monthly time frame, we literally don't have any support until we're coming back down to the range low. We do have some weekly support levels here. So here's the thing. This does not look like a bottom to me. This does not look like a bottom to me here. I'm sorry, it does not. The fact that we have this wick and this stupid range, we need to either get a double bottom here. We need to come back to the low. Like something needs to happen for this to look like an actual accumulation pattern. It doesn't look like an actual accumulation pattern right now, right? What could be nice is something like this maybe, right? And then we could break out, right? But right now, we need something. We need to come and double test this. So that could happen in a few different ways. This is our upper range, right? So what we could see is we could see a back test of value area low, and then we could make a higher low or something, or a double bottom. That would look nice. Like that would look nice. right? Trading between these two levels. That would look pretty nice if we're going to bottom out here. But right now, doesn't look like a bottom to me. Just like Bitcoin doesn't look like a bottom to me. Also, we do have some weekly order blocks to be aware of. Right there. And one right here. We tapped into this one. That's why we got a bounce from there. We have another at 57. So there is a support at 57. Now, a level that I really like, which allows us to not come all the way down to $30, but close enough, basically, is this support resistance flip right here at around 48. If you notice, we have liquidity right here that can be stop hunted at around 50. And so this is a little zone of support that we have right around here. If, let's say we do something like this, where we continue in this range and then we get a big drop down, this could actually make for a really nice low, where we don't come all the way down to the bottom of the range, but we put a nice wick into here, take all this, very easily squeezable, come to the support resistance flip, then we come back into this range and we get a back test of the initial low. That would look really nice, honestly, for Sol within the next few months. If we do get something like that, this would then allow us to get into a juicy position like this, back to the highs of the range, you know. But right now we are in Chop City. Chop City, mid chop chop, as Crypto Crank would say. Mid chop chop. What's a good token to buy now besides BTC? Well, I mean, it depends on a lot of fundamental things, which I'm not a fundamental guy, but I do have to say, coins like AVAX, for example, right? Look at AVAX. I mean, this thing is literally like in the ground right now, right? AVAX is like as low could be. We are basically at our bear market bottom. It's objectively speaking low, right? And I think it's a good you know, top 20 asset. Chainlink is basically at its bear market range, right? A little bit above. But, you know, basically you want to look for assets that are dumped down, that probably have a future, and build a position on those, right? I think Chainlink looks nice. I think AVAX looks nice. Sol doesn't look that nice to me, to be honest, right now. XRP definitely doesn't look nice to me unless we're coming back down below $1. I mean, Cardano, I hold Cardano. Here's the thing, Cardano is extremely low right now. If you're bullish on Cardano, what does Crypto Crow say? I have to watch some Crypto Crow stuff. Is Zcash pumping again? All right, yeah, Tron. Let's look at Tron. Shout out to Bullish on Parade. Tron is an asset, in my opinion, that is just bullish in general, because everybody uses Tron. Every time you trade USDT, you're using the Tron network to withdraw that stuff, right? So, it is in a very nice uptrend. It's on Binance. Is that Scamlic on every exchange? Wow, it's even worse on these. Yeah, that seems about right. All right, we'll go to the Binance chart. All right, let's take a look at the 2-month to start out here. Yellow oscillator curving up. Monthly, we just got a green dot. This thing is bear market proof, baby. That's crazy. We came down to our July 2025 low, and that's it. Let's go to the weekly. Wow. This is pretty crazy. I have not looked at this chart really ever. But look at this. Look at this. I mean, a bullish divergence on the weekly. A bullish div on the weekly. And also, you could say that this is a nice ascending triangle here on Tron. Right? Ascending triangle pattern. Bullish. Bullish div on the weekly, man. That is rare. Hidden bullish div. Big hidden bullish div on the weekly, too. I mean, let's put it back on log scale. Look at this. Look at this weekly momentum here. Bullish div. Hidden bullish div. That does look very bottomy to me on Tron, honestly. I'm not going to lie. You know? Now, again, this doesn't give me a trade setup. Just because I'm bullish and I say it looks nice, this does not give me a trade setup here. Because we are at resistance. But if I were to look for a trade setup, it would be... Let's go ahead and put on our fibs here. There's a few ways I would look at this. Let's go ahead and pull the volume here. On Binance. Just curious to see where. Yeah, I mean, let me go ahead and pull this mini range. Okay, yeah, so I mean, for me, like an actual position, I would be very interested in getting in right around here between 28 cents and 29 cents. Because that would be a major back test of volume and Fibonacci, and it would be maintaining the higher lows of this ascending triangle. Obviously, we could also look for some kind of breakout and back test. The problem with that is we don't have a clear level. Right, this trend line I've drawn is not an actual level. You know, we could put it on the weekly candle closes, in which case we do have kind of like, if we look at this, these weekly closes from here, we have once, twice that we get the weekly close and open at the same level. You could say we had a breakout back test of that already. But yeah, if I was looking for an actual position on this thing, I would love to see this. That would give me a nice entry point right there. And it definitely does look bullish. Like, I'm not going to lie, on these high time frames, it looks bullish. Look at the 4 hour. Let's see. When we came, I mean, the 4 hour money flow found support here. This is crazy, actually, that the 4 hour money flow found support at the zero line. We made a higher high. Yeah, I would love to come down to the box. Look at this. Like, let's just remove all the drawings here. The box, that's going to be our Fibonacci 786 level. It really does look nice because look at all of this. So easy to squeeze all of this right here. You know, it's easy to be squeezy. And then we simply just come down. We have the support resistance flip right here. We squeeze all of this. We come down to the area, high volume node, support resistance flip. You know, golden pocket 786. It looks pretty dang juicy. I'm not gonna lie. Sultan says you only buy ADA if you like watching. Oh, come on, man, that's messed up. He's saying that Cardano is like the Lowry Wheels of crypto. Come on, bro. You can't say stuff like that. You can't say stuff like that. All right, Bitcoin's pumping, baby. Let me sniff your sandals. Oh, my goodness. Let me sniff your sandals. Oh, my goodness. Bitcoin's pumping, baby. Here we go. Look at that. The 1 minute. The trend line holding. Here we go, man. Trend line holding on the 1 minute. Let's go. Let's go. Uh-oh. We got to refresh this. Look at that. Look at that. No stop loss, baby. No stop loss. No stop loss. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, yo. Sit back, relax, I'll give you the sauce. J. Casper taking longs from the top with no stop loss. And they say he's such a boss. We're coming down just across the street. Why did the chicken cross the road? Like a princess kissing the toad. And then we gotta look out below, cause the market makers dump the price and drop it on your toes. Now you got a broken foot. Gotta go to the AR, go kaput. They put you in a cast. We going so fast, don't you know we break through resistance, then we blast straight past all the other people. Got our Maserati, got the BLOFIN chain, 500K Bugatti. We're coming down like salami. We got the processed meat to clog your arteries. Yeah, don't eat the processed meat. It's all about the whole foods, baby. Listen to me. You got the rice, you got the beans, you got the yogurt, got the cheese. You got the fruits and you got the veggies. The Casper crew, we short the top. We don't miss it, we always hit the spot. Set up giving in the moment, baby. Coming back like our name is Haiti. We got the Havies, don't get scabies. From the price action, you get rabies. The squirrels coming out and bite you like they're chasing babies. They come out at night. You know the Bears and the Bulls, they got into a fight. 1,215. Those are the profits, baby. Listen to me. We took the long, we took the short, we take the fast, we take the hort. You're coming down like a pig, you gotta snort. Take a look at the blue trend line. I said, dang girl, you're looking mighty fine. I wanna take you out on a date, make you mine. We could go eat some pasta, we could eat some wine. At the Olive Garden, don't you know? When you're here, your family. Mi amigo, Espanol, a little Italian. You mix it all together, got the languages, we begin to speak. We speaking in the different language. The Bitcoin price, she's making all the jingle jangage. Talking about the profits, you put them in your pocket, they go cha-ching, it hits the spot and ka-ching. You open up the cash register, the profits you be making are making so much better than all the other traders, all those fake MCs. You know, the crypto flow like JC. I got the best crypto flow out here. And let me sit back and spit it in your ear. And I will tell you a story, my dear, about how the other day I had some fear. But my fears are gone now, baby. Yeah, Bitcoin's getting a little bit of a pump, baby. Do I think we'll see Bitcoin under 70K? I think so. I personally do think so. I personally do think so, yeah. I am looking for a move down below 50K. Like, that's what I've already said. That's what I've already said here. Man, even though the gold chain is pure gold, it makes me a little bit itchy. Makes me a little, I'm going to take it off, But big shout out to BLOFIN, where wells are made. Big shout out to Antarctic. Shout out to YUBIT. Shout out to KCEX. All right, links in the pinned comment. Shout out to the Casper Crew VIP Discord. JasonCasperTrading.com. Yeah, I do think. What do you think, though? Califrios YouTube. Do you think we'll be under there? Okay, the egg code, guys, is 0. The egg code today is 0. Because that's where Bitcoin's going. All right, the egg code is 0 because that's where Bitcoin's going, baby. Shout out to Spicy Noodle 424. I love spicy noodles, man. I'm not gonna lie. In fact, I love ramen noodles. I love them when they're spicy. I love spaghetti with spicy marinara sauce. My wife makes this yellow tomato sauce out of yellow tomatoes that's spicy. I love that stuff. But sadly, I don't eat a lot of noodles, I don't need a lot of noodles. Ditch the 0, go with hero. I'm trying to get shredded abs, guys. All right, I'm on my way to shredded abs. I got a little bit fat in Cuba. How do you manage to trade without a stop loss? Okay, I never trade without a stop loss. You should never do it. You should never do it. I actually did something really irresponsible with this one. Is I even went to sleep with no stop loss. How do you manage without a stop loss? Here's how you do it. You have to make sure that you're willing to take that risk. That's the only way to do it. All right. If this trade right now, here's how I look at it. This trade that I'm in is perfectly hedged and then some, right? I have an equally sized long, an equally sized short. The short's up 7K. All right. No matter what happens with this, as long as I don't get liquidated, which I'm not going to unless we go down to literally $2,400 or $150,000, right? Because it's on cross margin, all right? 10x cross. So unless I'm getting liquidated, I do not have to worry about even being in a loss net based on these two trades right now, okay? Plus, I'm also in other positions. I'm in other short trades. I'm short from 97K on a different Antarctic account. And I'm long from 68K here, right? Up almost 70 grand. So I am very much so protected against this trade with no stop loss, okay? So you need to be in a very specific situation in order to take a trade with no stop loss like this, okay? The trade with no stop loss for me, quite simply, is because I want to have a little breathing room here, and I'm going to give it until we lose like 73K, to be honest with you. All right. I might even close it before then. I just wanted to see what would happen today specifically because I took the trade yesterday morning when I saw we were getting this bounce here because I came down to my level, right? And I saw we were getting a bounce. I took the trade probably right around here. We came up a little bit, then we dumped way down, then we came back up. Yeah, that's the story of this long trade, guys. All right, this is a very unique trade for Jason Casper. I kind of explained it a little bit before, but the thing is, since the 26th of March, when I gave this setup, and when I was laddering into my long trade from 65.5K, I added to the trade a lot, and it changed my entry. So what ended up happening is this trade here, right? This trade right here, $63,000 in profits, right? You know what's so crazy? Well, it's not crazy. But yeah, it is actually pretty crazy to like go back through all these trades here that I've taken, you know, and look at them all, like the wins and the losses. There's a lot more losses than wins here, but the net profit is intense, right? So what was I trying to say? I'm looking at this as a continuation of this swing trade, right? Because really, I should have given the swing trade a stop loss under here. I should have done that, right? So it's a continuation of that trade, right? It's a continuation of that trade. You got to keep your losses small, baby. What's the point of having a long and short open at the same time? Well, they're two totally different trading ideas. All right. So I'm trading a bullish and a bearish idea at the same time. Look, if you want to learn how I trade, go to my YouTube channel. All right. Go to my free course. It's totally free. Jason Casper free trading course. All right. Check it out. There's a specific. Hang on. There's a wait. How do I? Hang on. No, I got to go to the playlist itself. How do I find the videos in the playlist? Look, guys, I'm a LBR over here. I'm a little bit retarded, okay? So. Want to become a consistent, profitable trader? Oh, here you go. Check out this one. How to manage open trades. How to manage open trades. Part 16. All right, in this one, I literally go into details about like longing and shorting at the same time. All right, and why and how I hold and open different positions. All right. So, yeah, go check it out, honestly. The egg code is 0, all right? What are my daily goals? To to fall asleep next to my wife in bed. Those are my daily goals, pretty much. Bitcoin is trash, says the Dusty Hunt. Well, their CEO is a weird guy, honestly. Their CEO is a strange lad. A strange young lad. You've heard of LBR, but Bitcoin's CEO is an SYL. Shout out to Batty. What are my thoughts on how the Clarity Act will affect typical market structure? I feel like I'm too retarded to answer that question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing. Whatever's going to happen, I'm gonna have to go with. It's just gonna do what it always does. All right. All these people that talk about different fundamental things, this and that, the price does what it does no matter what. The Clarity Act is bullish for crypto. It probably will facilitate us going into the next bull market. All right. But at the end of the day, I don't think these things make much of a difference at all. I really don't. So I'm sorry that I can't give a better answer than that. War escalates and Bitcoin will dump to under 60K. If that happens, that will end up being net bullish. All right. If that happens, that will end up being net bullish. You know, any bearish war news is going to be bullish. Maybe after a short dump, that could be a catalyst that brings us into the next bull market, honestly. But why do I have so many losses? The reason I have so many losses is because of the way I trade, right? The way I trade is basically slow and steady. So a lot of those losses could have been wins, right? A lot of those losses could have been wins. But yeah, let me see here actually. Just curious to see real quick here. Yeah. There's small losses, like that's the thing. There's small losses, and then you have big wins, right? Then you have big wins. So let me just actually, yeah, let me actually, I'm gonna go through all of this. I did this before, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this into ChatGPT. I'm gonna take the last 30 days here. I've been asking ChatGPT to analyze these as well. Oh crap, hang on. Because Antarctic doesn't have a P&L section yet. But they will, because Antarctic's going to be the best, baby. That. Right. So I'll ask ChatGPT, what is my P&L and how can I improve? What is my win rate? Give me tips to be more profitable. Let's see what good old ChatGPT says. All right, so in 30 days, here, I'm going to take screenshots because I don't want to switch over to this browser. I still have a 44% win rate, okay? Risk to reward, very important. So this is very important. This is my style of trading. Is the risk to reward is my edge. It's not my accuracy, it's my risk to reward. All right, my average win is 9K. My average loss is 3 to 4K. So my risk to reward in general is a 2.3 to 1. So I'm in general average making 2.3 times more money than I'm risking. My strengths, which I would agree, ChatGPT. My strengths are that I catch big moves. All right, making $63,000 is not luck. That's holding through volatility. Most traders never do this. I let my winners run. I'm not cutting early. My losses are smaller than my wins. That's why I'm profitable, even with a 44% win rate. My weaknesses, and this is true. Like I take too many losses, and I'm over trading in chop, which is probably true. So I'm probably I will say, yeah, I do take a lot of trades, and I take a lot of trades that I feel like probably won't play out. Admittedly, I take trades that I feel like won't play out, and the reason I do it is to hedge against my profits. So the only reason psychologically I'm able to hold big moves, and most traders never do this, psychologically, the reason how I'm able to do this is because I take trades against my trades in case the move is over. And so what that does is it chops me up little by little, but it doesn't make me unprofitable. It takes little chunks out of my overall profit, but it doesn't make me unprofitable. It keeps me profitable. Because even by doing this, obviously, I'm still able to be profitable, right? So the psychology with the over trading for me is it allows me to stay in the winning positions longer because I say to myself, okay, for example, like this short trade is up right now, $7,000. If I didn't have this long trade running against it, I would be say, let me close this trade. But because I'm hedging myself, if this long trade gets stopped out, now my short trade is still going to run. And the short trade, let's say, might make $20,000, $30,000. My long trade lost, let's say, $5,000. So overall, I'm up 20 to 25K, even though I took this loss. But psychologically, being in the long helps me hold the short, if that makes any sense. So that's why I take losses, just my own style of trading. And if you know, go check out my course because for totally free, free 99. I'm giving everything. That this is how I trade over here for free. All right, for totally free. Go check it out. Speaking of that, let me make sure. Okay, cool. So that's why I take so many losses. All right, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, that's how you trade too. You need to be able to hedge, right? Yeah, like that's like, see, I'm not out here trying to grab every dollar I can. Like, obviously I'm leaving a lot of gains on the table. So according to ChatGPT, to become more profitable, if a trade doesn't move quickly, get out right away. This alone could add 20 to 40K a month. That's crazy. Add to your winners, which I already do. I'm already adding to my winners. Don't trade in chop. They said if I implement these improvements, then I could be making 120. Basically, I could be making like 40K more a month. All right, so Obviously, this is just 1 month of trading. It's not always like this, you know. I had a red month in January. If you win big. That's what ChatGPT says, yeah. What's SFP? It's used a lot in the VIP Discord. It is a swing failure pattern, right? And honestly, so I do take a lot of trades. And to be honest with you, the trades I share in the VIP Discord, I don't usually share the trades that I'm taking to like hedge myself. I'm usually only sharing the trades that I'm like, this is actually a good trade to take, right? Like the trades that we gave, like, you know, from the 27th, right? That big winner that I took, that 60-something thousand profit. This one here, this one I gave in my community. And I told people when I'm entering, I even gave them my limit orders. Same with the 68K long, and same with the short that I'm in right now. Like the short I'm in right now, you know, there's a lot of trades I take that I don't tell the community because I know that like your average person out there trading isn't in my positions of being in all these different trades and hedging and all. So in the VIP Discord, I'm not sharing every single trade I take for the benefit of the community. But the ones that I think are like, these are actually like really good trades, I share those. I do share those, all right? I do share. You know, and it's not just me in there. It's me, it's Boyne, it's White Phoenix, it's Thor. Everyone's giving their analysis. And, you know, again, we're not giving signals, but I do take pride in the fact that we are traders that are trading, and we're giving you our setups, and we're telling you what we're deciding to do. Like, I feel like that's very valuable in a community, because you join these Discords and they charge you like hundreds of dollars a month for a chart. You know, we charge you $2 a day for 3 live trading sessions a day, plus 4 instructors that are trading multiple assets on multiple markets and are telling you and showing you how and what they're doing. Like, I think that's very valuable. It's not meant to be taken as financial advice. It's meant to be educational, so you can see, you know, we're actually doing it, and this is what we're doing. This is why we're doing it, right? How much money do I need in each account to make it profitable? Enough to take a trade. I think like $10 is like the minimum. I don't know. Money flow, Jason, on 3 and 4 hour. Let's check out the money flow on the 3 and the 4 hour. I hope it's gonna be good. It looks pretty. This is Tron. Hang on. So honestly, I feel like we have a hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour. I feel like we can get a little bit more upside. Look, yeah, it looks like it's coming back up. It looks like maybe we found a little bit of support here on the 3 hour. You know. So Columbus, he says, definitely worth the $3 a day. A hedge trade is like an insurance fee. That's exactly how I view it. It's insurance. It's insurance. I'm paying this fee to protect my unrealized gains, right? I'd rather make less money. I don't think if I did what ChatGPT said, I don't think I'm at the level right now. I'm not saying I can't get there in the future. I don't think I'm at the level right now to actually make 40K more. I don't think if I had done what ChatGPT said for the past 30 days, I think I right now would be in less profit than I am now, because I wouldn't have been able to let these runners run. I would have closed them early. Because when you start seeing money like 10K, 20K, I mean, that's a lot of money. So if I'm not hedging myself, I would have to take that, man. Let's be honest. There's no way I'd be able to let this thing run like that. I don't think I could. Maybe in the future, like a future Jason Casper that has better trading psychology could do that. But I can't do that right now. You know? So we'll have to wait and see how I progress as a trader. You know? I would short from 76K. I am one of the few high leverage traders in crypto. Am I crypto bimbo? I feel like there's a lot of us out there now. You just joined the Discord? Well, welcome. We're rejecting off the 21 on the 4 hour. Let's bring it down. Let's see. Okay. I haven't, you know, the 21 moving average. I like the 21 MA, but let's see. Here we are. Okay, the 21 moving average. 21 moving average. Are we rejecting or are we about to break through? Let's go to the 6 hour now. The 6 hour in 15 minutes, guys, will confirm a hidden bullish divergence here. Honestly, look at the 6 hour 21 moving average. We tried to reject. We came down. We filled the fair value gap here. Look at this. This is beautiful. We had a little bit of an imbalance. We filled it perfectly. We got a bounce. And now in 15 minutes, we're about to close above this 6 hour order block here. That's pretty interesting. I think that's pretty nice. You know? It is. It was snowing a second ago, guys, and now it's like sunny out. Like what? What the actual? What the actual, man? Man, I love it out here, guys. I really do. I just love it out here. I don't want to show too much of the beautiful view. Oh man, look at that beautiful view. Look at the garbage cans that blew over in the wind. But seriously, I love this view. I just love being out here, man. I just love it out here. It's so beautiful. Praise the Lord. All they show is charts, I show trades. That's what I want to do. Like, that's what I want to do. Because, you know, yeah, I don't want to just be a guy that shows just a chart. I want to show, like, the trades and all that stuff, you know. Maybe make your hedges smaller. Yeah, maybe I could do that. We'll have to see, right? I'm very curious to see how we close in 14 minutes here. In 14 minutes, how are we going to close? How are we going to close? Ghost, Knopf, and 5501. I trade using only fibs, fair value gap, market cipher, volume profile. Is that enough? Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, I would say this. I would say the more simplified you can get your trading, the better. I mean, you have it down to something like that. I think that's way better than somebody who's using a billion different things. I mean, I pretty much only use Fibonacci horizontal levels that I acquire from various different things, and market cipher. Like for me, it's super dang simple. I don't really use order flow at all to take trades. Like I do sometimes, but pretty much I don't. Pretty much I don't, you know. This is in Iceland. This is Iceland. I'm in Iceland. CDW on the 11 minute. Let's see. Okay. CDW on the 11 minute. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't consider this a CDW, guys. We had the chance of the CDW this morning on New York Open right here. And we come down and basically got a CDW of this low. I wouldn't be trading any more CDWs today. But you do what you want to do. You know, you do what you want to do. Shout out to Peter Thor. Big shout out to Peter Thor. Do I think price will come back to backtest 75,370? It could. Maybe that's my entry. It could. You're profitable now, but I'm just scared the markets will keep changing. Look, I'll be honest with you. Like, the way you trade, I think, is a very adaptable strategy, right? So, really, here's the thing with me. The strategy that I use works in every market condition. With this caveat, you have to change the time frame that you're trading on. So the strategy I use it can work on high time frames, medium time frames, or low time frames. Depending on the market condition will determine which time frame I'm successful on, right? So if there's very low volatility, my strategy works very well on the very low time frames. If there's medium normal volatility, it works well in the medium time frames. If there's very high volatility, it works well in like the daily time frame, right? Where you get those daily divergences at key levels. It's not like a lot of stock traders, they have strategies, completely different strategies for different market conditions. But when you're dealing just with technical levels using volume and Fibonacci and divergences, I mean, that really is what it is. I mean, you just have to be able to recognize what time frame that it's going to work the best on, you know? So that's how I look at it. What is CDW, Viking Steve? You never heard of it? A CDW is a chickens drinking water pattern, all right? So chickens drinking water, all right? Let's check it out here. Notice how a chicken drinks water, okay? She's gonna take her beak and her whole head and stick it into the water, and you're convinced that the chicken is going to drown. I mean, my goodness, the chicken is just gonna keep going down forever and stay down there and totally drown. But watch this. All of a sudden, the chicken pulls her head out, lifts her head up and goes, nom, 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 nom. All right, watch again. Watch again. Drowning up, nom, 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 nom. Okay? That is what a chicken does when she drinks water. Now, a CDW, or a chicken's drinking water pattern, is where you have a previous low, right? You have a low, like we had right here, right? This orange line. And the price comes down, and for sure that chicken's gonna drown, but num, 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 right? That's called a swing failure pattern, or chicken's drinking water pattern, as I call it. So we had one up here this morning, right? Right here, chicken drank, num, 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 num. And then we have one down here. Chicken drank, num, 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 num. And it's called a swing failure pattern. Of course, I call it a chicken's drinking water pattern because it reminds me of the way a chicken drinks water. But it's a very easy trade to take because you identify the key low or the key high of liquidity, right? And then as soon as that candle wicks below, you have your entry, you have your stop loss, and you have your target down at the bottom of the range, right? As soon as that candle comes back above, you have your entry, your stop loss, and your target back up at the top of the range. Like, they're very easy trades to get into, and they're very easy trades to invalidate, right? So your risk is always very small with them, and your profits, it's a very good risk to reward, right? It's a very good risk to reward. Yeah, CDW. Yeah, CDW. I love CDWs. Where am I right now? I'm in a mountainous paradise. Usually I'm in a tropical paradise, but today I'm in the beautiful mountainous paradise, man. It is beautiful out there. I'm not gonna lie. It is beautiful. I coined CDW. Heck yeah, I coined CDW. I'm the one and only crypto trader. I mean, I'm not the only one that trades high leverage, but I'm definitely the only one that raises my own chickens. I wish they would come out with my chickens, but I don't see any right now. I don't see any out there. Hope they're still alive. I'm sure they're in the woods. Shout out to Distance Music. How much do I consider CBD divergences when I'm taking trades? Not very much at all. Not very much at all. I haven't used CBD to take a trade in a very long time. I'll be honest with you, in a very long time. In fact, none of the trades I've taken in the last 30 days used order flow at all in any way to take. Zero order flow, 0% order flow, 100% market cipher, and support and resistance only. You know? So, I just find, I'm too dumb for that. I'll be honest with you. I'm too dumb for it. There's so many things to, I mean, some people maybe are better at reading it than me, but when I look at it, it's like there's so many things to consider. Are there trap longs? Are there trap shorts? Is this, that? How much this, that, delta, positive, negative? You're doing long division in your head. Just take the dang trade. Paper beats rock. That's an inappropriate joke, my friend. Come on, let's keep it family friendly here. There are kids watching. All right? There are kids watching, my friend. Can I show the farm? I mean, I've shown it. I've shown it on videos, all right? I've shown it on videos. One of these days, we'll have to do a live from the chicken coop. When Bitcoin hits 500K, we'll do a live stream from the barn. How about that? If my Wi-Fi can make it out there. I don't know if the Wi-Fi can even make it out there. This isn't pumping properly for many days now. It wants to go down. Yeah, right. This is a pretty lame channel. What vegetables are in season right now? Well, nothing. Just like radishes only, pretty much. Radishes, and you could get some cruciferous veggies going. That's about it, honestly. That's about it, honestly. Why Iceland? Iceland, that's the place to go, you know? It sounds like a bad place to be, which is why no one goes there. You know? No one wants to go to Iceland, but it's beautiful out there. Yeah, too much info confuses you. And look, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This doesn't apply to everybody, but for me, the more simplified I can make something, the better. The more simplified I can make something, the better. It's that way with everything I do in life. With nutrition, with training, like weightlifting, with trading, with anything I'm trying to learn or anything I'm trying to do, with gardening. I want to know what's the simplest way to do it. Like, how can I do this thing with the least amount of mental and physical effort? So guitar playing, all that stuff, everything I've ever done in life, I try and simplify things. And I feel like that's the only reason I've been able to be good at anything. And that's another thing. I've never been really good at anything, but I've been pretty decent at a lot of things. And I think it's because I try and simplify things. And so if I did complicate them, maybe I could be a lot better, but maybe that just takes too much mental energy. Maybe I'm just lazy. Maybe I'm just lazy. You planted potatoes for the first time this year. Oh, the snails ate the leaves. Oh, you know what you need? Try neem oil or diatomaceous earth. I never had snail, so I'm so sorry about that. You can grow mushrooms year-round. Even in the winter when there's ice and you can't even see the soil. Yeah, I live in Japan, guys. I really do live on top of Mount Fuji. I live on top of Mount Fuji. This is a slow, painful pump, though. Let's see, but I have a feeling we're going to get a move. I have a feeling we're going to start to squeeze up, take the high here, take the high here. You know, this is a pretty important resistance. I might take a freshie short if we come up to this area. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But let's see how that 6 hour candle closed. 2 minutes before we close this nice 6 hour candle. It is a pretty nice looking 6 hour candle, you know? Eat the snails. Ugh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. Current tax is very high in Iceland. It caught me. I have no idea. We trapping. Who are we trapping? The longs? Says Hopium Copium. Look at this. I mean, technically we got some bullish CBD here. We do have some bullish CBD here. Look at this. I think we can come up more. I have to be honest. I'm sorry. Let's see if I'm right. I've been right. I've been on a right streak about feeling a pump in the bones. So let's see what happens here. Next areas of short interest, to be honest, 76.3 as a potential, and then really coming above the high, like coming up to like above 78. Maybe we could fill the CME gap and get a drop, but unlikely. I feel like if we're going that high, we'll probably just take the high. It's really close to the high. It's like 77.5. Might as well just go to 78. We got 36 seconds before we close the juicy 6 minute and confirm the green dot, baby. Nails are delicious. They're unclean. God said don't eat that stuff. Ugh, I can't even imagine. It's a slug. You're eating a slug. But I guess if you put garlic and butter on it, it tastes all right. Oh, you grow mushrooms indoors? How did I end up with my strategy? I guess lots of back testing and lots of experience. All right, here we go. We confirmed the candle. It's a nice strong close. We're going to trap bears first. So that means we're going to dump first, hopium, copium. 1 hour divergence with the price action. Let's check it. You mean a hidden bearish div? Yeah, we do have a hidden bearish div right now, assuming that the high is in here. We have a 1 hour bullish divergence down here, and money flow starting to curve up. So let's see what happens here. Enough garlic and butter makes everything edible. LOL. I don't know. Now I'm all right. No. Ugh. Ugh. Just the thought is gross to me. I'm sorry. Jesus declared all foods clean. Well, I don't think that's actually in the Bible. I think that's a translator note that they put in modern translations. If Jesus really, well, never mind, I'm not going to get into theology here. But whatever the case, whether you think he did or not, it's still gross. And whether you think he did or not, God still said not to eat it. Look, snails are disgusting. Here we go, baby. Getting a little bit of a pumperoni. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bitcoin breaking 76K. We got our strong divergence. Not divergence. Our green dot confirmation, should I say. Monday chop, baby. Let's see what happens at 76.3. Are you? Oh, okay, okay. So Bybit wicked up into this high here. Oh, come on, man. I was looking at my AX, but hang on, never fear, never fear. Jason Casper is here. We're gonna pull the fib, my dear. Yeah, I think we hit the 618 at least. I think we hit the 618 at least. Let's see. Let's see. Unless we just trapped a whole bunch of dang stupid top longers. No, we didn't even. We didn't even. We didn't even. We didn't even. Basically, we had longs take profit there. We had longs take profit there, and shorts wrecked. Shorts wrecked, longs taking profit there. I think we can come up with a tad bit. Let's see. I got my alert set, baby. Yep, always on the treadmill, you know. Look, I'm trying to get shredded abs, guys. I got a little chunky in Cuba. I gained like 15 pounds in 3 months because I didn't walk a lot and I sat down a lot and I ate a lot. I was eating like 5,500 calories a day. And I got pretty strong, but I got a little bit fat. So, trying to get some abs, trying to get shredded abs. See what happens here. This was me in Cuba at the peak of my fatness. I think we're going up for the level here. This is me as of this morning, after a month of trying to get shredded abs. And I'm not done yet. I'm gonna get them more shredded than this. Just you wait. Just you wait. Just you wait. Look at how blurry. Look at that. Unacceptable. 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 This is acceptable. I'll accept this, but I'm going to get leaner than that. I'm going to get leaner than that. I'm going to get leaner than that. Do I like mayonnaise? Actually, I don't. I don't like mayonnaise. Ugh. Do I have a scalping group? I do, but I haven't been scalping lately. But it's free to join. It's free to join. And when I'm in this mood for scalping and it comes in waves, I'm going to be scalping like a madman. All you have to do is sign up to one of my exchanges and then go in the Discord and enter your user ID. Man, sadly, you know, Bybit took this high. Just by a little bit. But I think we can come up and hit that golden pocket. I'm holding out for the golden pocket. Come on, baby. Come on, bitty. Come on, itty bitty bitty. A core workout guide. I'll tell you, all you have to do for your core is standing overhead press, beltless squats, beltless deadlifts. I mean, and maybe a set of leg raises, maybe some dragon flags here and there. But honestly, beltless overhead press, anything you're bracing your core, which is pretty much any compound lift, is going to work your core pretty hard. think we can come up a little bit higher here. Come on, guys. I'm going to pull the fib over on this exchange. All right, here we go, baby. We're going for it again. We're going for it again. Here we go. I want to hit into that golden pocket. Let's see if we can hit into that golden pocket. Come on, baby. Let's pull our 5-second time frame up. I think we can get this a little bit more. You know, I think we got a little bit more here. What's my height and weight? I am currently right now 6'3"-ish, 203 pounds as of this morning. I want to get down to 195. It's about 215. 215 in this picture. This is 215. And this is 202 or 203, whatever I said I was. I forget exactly what I was. This is down over 10 pounds from there. And I'm going to try and get down to 190. I know I will. All you have to do is walk a lot on the treadmill, really. You don't even have to change your food that much. I'm still eating right now about 4,000. I've cut my calories down quite a bit. I'm eating like 4,300 calories a day right now. It'll go back up to like 4,800 in a few months. All right, let's see. Come on, we need to come above this level. We need to hit the golden pocket. Here we go, baby. Here we go, baby. Here we go, baby. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ah, come on, man. Come on. I don't want a CDW here. Let's see what order flow is doing. 5-second time frame is getting moved down. The next push. The next push. Come on, one more push up. One more push up. One more push up. How many push-ups can we do, Bitcoin? How many push-ups? Why do I want to get so lean? Because most people are fat slobs and I like to be different. And also, I used to be a fat slob myself when I was a teenager. I was morbidly obese. And it's just to prove to myself I can do it. Like, you know, my journey with fitness has been a long one. And it's just become a passion, and it gives me a goal, something to achieve, right? Something to achieve. And also just to like show myself and prove to myself that like I can do it. You know, I used to be like super fat, very unhealthy as like a teenager. And yeah, it motivates me. It motivates me to think about being like strong and jacked and shredded and all that stuff. It just motivates me in life in general. I don't know what else to say. Like the discipline aspect of it, I feel like it overflows into every other aspect of life. You know, it's a very difficult thing to get super lean. It's very difficult. So I feel like if you could do that, you can overcome a lot of other difficulties in life, just because it takes a lot of discipline and willpower and all that kind of stuff, you know? I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I don't know what else to say. My wife asked me the same question the other night, and I said, I don't know. I don't know. Yo, Splash, are we at a 618 right now? Are we at a 618 right now? Here we go, baby. Am I competing? Nah, I'm not into that. I just do this for myself. With the whole like fitness stuff. It's just a passion. It's just a passion. You know? I have no real reason to do it besides I thoroughly enjoy lifting weights. I can't even imagine not lifting weights. Like just in general for the rest of my life, as long as I can. I can't imagine not doing it. And I I can't imagine not being active. I can't imagine not eating healthy. Like they're just things I enjoy. I love eating healthy. Shout out to Not Quicker. We're right at the Monday high. That means this is the high. It might be. It might be. I want a little bit higher. I want to come up to the 6 Juanita. But let's see. Was this from... We're at the Sunday high, right? Yeah, we're taking out Sunday's high. Let's take out Saturday's high too. That's what I would like to do. Oh, you're also waiting for 6 Juanita. Yeah. You don't want a rejection from there? Because I kind of want to take a little short scalp from there. I feel like... Let's check out our 5-second here. Check out our 6-minute here. Yeah, I feel like we could get a nice scalp from there based on our 6-minute money flow. 12-minute looked bullish though, I'll be honest. Check out our 3. We'll put a little level up here on the 6 Juan. Also, when we take out Saturday's high. But based on our 6-hour candle close, I do think we can. That is a really nice hidden bullish divergence confirmation there. We do have a fair value gap down at around 7.5, 550. So yeah, maybe we do something like this. Come up, come down, and then continue up. Let's see. How skinny are my legs? They're skinny, man. They're pretty skinny. They're pretty skinny. I mean, my quads are decent, right? At least they look strong. Look, I'm 6'3", guys. It's really hard for me. It actually is really hard for me to build my legs for some reason. I don't know why. I train my calves more than I train any other muscle group. I mean that 100%. You know, it is what it is. You know, the luck of the draw. The luck of the draw. Yeah, my legs are pretty skinny. I haven't measured them. I haven't measured any body part in over a day. I have no idea what my measurements are, like arms and legs and all this. I have no idea, but obviously my calves are really skinny, all right? The new trend is skinny legs. Girls love it. The Johnny Bravo look. The Johnny Bravo look. All right, we're waiting for this golden pocket, guys. All right. Yeah, a lot of people have the skinny calf problem, right? I feel like a lot of people have that issue. It looks like I don't like that we're forming a nice looking high here on like the 6 minute, honestly. If this candle can't close higher than this one, we might get a drop from here. We're forming a nice like rounded top here. See, come on, 1 minute. Come on, baby. One more push up. Uno más, uno más, uno más, uno más. Uno más, uno más, uno más, uno más, uno más, uno más. Bot elf. What? There's, oh, a spot ETF talking about on NBC. Oh, interesting, interesting. Look like Hank from Breaking Bad. I don't know who that is. I know the show. I've heard of the show, but I never saw it. Oh, let's come on, Bitcoin. The 6 minute. Yeah, if this 6 minute candle can't close blue, that's a nice looking top there. You know you're a good trader when you have chicken legs. That's right, because like the thing is, if you train legs too much, you don't have enough brain power left to trade, because let's be honest, trading legs takes everything out of you, man. In fact, I had a leg day yesterday and I was so fried after that workout, man. So fried. Dang. Oh. Don't worry, we'll hit that 618. If anything, is just setting us up for some nicer bearish divergences. Let's trap some early shorts and then get our real move. How about that? How about that? Trap some early shorts and then we'll get our real move. How about that? How about that? $77.1. It's the top, the skinny top for skinny guys. Yeah, let's see what happens here. I do think we can get another push up. I do. I just feel it in my bones. Retest 75.4, then pump. Is that the fair value gap on the 6 hour? 575.6. But yeah, we dip below it and fill that. Yeah, I could see that. I was hoping to get our push up first, but if we come down first and then push up, then I don't think we're going to reject from here, to be honest. So let's see. Split leg day. I love leg days. I don't want to split leg days. For some reason, I enjoy like pushing myself until I have nothing left. I enjoy that, so. Yeah, I push it hard. Push it hard. I did Smith machine Bulgarian split squats. I did Romanian deadlifts. I did leg presses. And I did hip thrusts and leg extensions. I do 2 leg days a week, so my next leg day will be a regular squat, Nordic curls, then probably a belt squat after that. Now, of course, I do I literally train calves every workout I do. I train calves 3 or 4 times a week. I think, you know, it would be really nice if we could get one more push up here and really get a nice 6-minute bearish divergence as we come to that golden pocket. You know, just imagine something like this. Maybe we do retest the VWAP and come back up here. That would give us some nice time to get this money flow down and give it a nice divergence, you know? Peptides, I'm very much so against peptides right now. I don't know what they do to you. The only way I would take a peptide is if I had an injury and I needed to heal quick. Other than that, I don't think it's a good idea to take peptides. People are taking peptides now just like willy-nilly. There's a give and take with everything in life. You know, I feel like peptides give you a lot, but people don't know yet what they're taking from you. You know? Everyone's on Ozempic all of a sudden, and on these other like recovery peptides all of a sudden. It's like, we don't know what that's going to do to you long term, honestly. Like, besides, why do you want to be dependent on like the pharmaceutical industry for stuff? Like, that's crazy to me. You know, it really is crazy to me. Peptides, hormones, all this. You're going to get yourself dependent on like pharmaceuticals. It's not good, you know? Right, you're shorting, someone's shorting. Yeah, it's not the worst place to short. I think it's a little early to short. I'd rather wait a little bit more. Yeah, people taking steroids like it's Advil. I feel you. Natural sources of peptides. Yeah, maybe. You know, look, I don't know. That's all I'm saying is I don't know. I like to keep it just as natural as possible. That's just me. I don't even take creatine. McDonald. I haven't found it to do anything for me. When my wife has her period, she doesn't take a pill for her pain. When my wife has a baby, she doesn't take anything for the pain. She just pops it out in the bathroom. Nah, we're very natural in the Casper household, all right? MEXC froze your funds. You probably need to KYC, and they probably sent you an email letting you know 30 days in advance. They did that to me, and I KYC'd using a Palo ID. So you can KYC and get those funds out of there. But yeah, that's why I don't trade on MEXC anymore. It's a good exchange if you can KYC. I am KYC'd. I'm KYC'd on Bybit. I'm KYC'd on MEXC. I'm KYC'd on BingX. But yeah. Do I do ice baths? So I don't do ice baths, but I do take cold baths. I take cold baths. And sometimes I put ice in there. But I don't take ice baths. That's right, I don't even use soap most of the time. They say for 35% of people, creatine does nothing. Yeah, for me, the only thing it did was give me diarrhea, man. Like, I know people say, look, I've been experimenting with creatine since I was 16 years old. When I first started to get into fitness. And I heard creatine was like, you know, steroids. And I started taking it. And of course, at that time, I think when you're 16, you're not in tune with your body, right? Especially as I was pretty out of shape at that time, right? But then, of course, again, in my 20s, when I was in good shape, I decided to try it. And, you know, you take your 5 grams or your 10 grams a day or whatever. I've tried different dosing, different spacing throughout the day, different kinds, different brands. I feel nothing, and then after about a week of consistently taking it, it messes with my digestion. And people say, Jay, it can't be the creatine. You must have some kind of like tainted creatine. Guys, I have gotten the most pure, third-party, lab-tested creatine monohydrate money could buy. All right, I've tried it multiple times. Yeah, if you feel creatine is good for you, then by all means take it, y'all. You know, I would take it if I noticed that it made me feel good and strong, and I would take it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not against it. I'm not against taking supplements or anything really that I feel is beneficial. I'm not against it at all. You know, I wish I could take it. I wish I could have a better edge and be stronger and more full in the gym and have better cognitive functions and be able to push for that extra rep to get that extra hypertrophy. But I've never noticed it give me that. I've noticed that instead of being able to push for the extra rep, I got to end the set early to run upstairs and take a dump. So, you know, it does the opposite. with me. Right, I should try the cheapest creatine. You're right. You're right. Creatine got you lifting 80 pounds for 65 after taking it for 7 days. That's wild, man. Yeah, right? Everyone reacts to stuff differently. I was a creatine. Yes, I was. You know, Ozempic is famous for people here in the... yeah. Famous in the USA. Here in Brazil, people are crazy for that. It's incredible. Interesting. To heal your body, fast. To heal your mind, pray. I feel like I actually agree with that 100%. You heard there's something in the Nephilim genetics that disagrees with creatine. That could be, you know, that could be. Shout out to our super chats. Hang on here. Yeah, so Javier Sandu, you got to KYC your account. All right. I recently had someone reach out to me with the same issue. I reached out to MEXC. They said you need to KYC. And honestly, they should have sent out an email. Will Apollo ID work for MEXC? It works for me. And okay, so you said, will Apollo ID work for MEXC? Yeah, it should. Your original ID is from India. MEXC is restricted in India. It should work. I KYC'd, and I'm based in the US, and I KYC'd with Apollo ID, no issue. Well, sadly, guys, it looks like we are just taking the high here. And yeah, the 6-minute candle closed bearish. So let's see what happens. Yeah, we didn't hit our golden pocket. I'm going to wait this out, man. Where's our VWAP right now? VWAP is down. Let's go to the 6 hour. Yeah, I feel like we could come down just maybe 75.5 and then got to move up, but yeah. Too bad. Too bad. So sad. Sometimes price doesn't do what you want. Why do I have so much margin in my positions? Because I'm on 10x cross. That's why. So the whole account is on both of the positions. I guess. Yeah, the whole account's on both the positions. That's what cross does. What happened with the scalping group? It's still there. I just haven't been scalping, and when I do, it's gonna be a lot. I just haven't been in that scalping mentality, man. I can't fake it. I can't fake it. I was in it. I was scalping like a madman, and I will again. It goes in waves. It goes in waves. We will fly till July. Okay. I'm down. I'm down to fly until July. Yeah, 4-hour money flow momentum looking juicy. I agree. And the 6 hour just had a really nice close. You've been using MEXC without KYC forever. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know how or why, but about a year or so. Maybe more. It's hard for me to remember. But MEXC sent me an email and said, if you don't KYC, we're gonna close your account, basically. So I KYC'd. And I got all the money out of my non-KYC MEXC accounts. And I just have one account left. That's KYC. Was I always following Jesus? No, I've been a Christian since 2012. So that's 14 years. My goodness, wow. I'm old. I'm old. I'm old. 1 minute time frame. Let's check it. Look, we're trying to get another pushback. Let's see. What do I think of Bitfinex? I think it's a good exchange. I think it's a good exchange. I just don't trade on it. It has high fees. I mean, I am technically affiliated with Bitfinex. I just don't trade on it. I have nothing against it. I think it's a good exchange. The fees are a little high for me. Fees are a little bit high. All right. Well, guys, I think I'm going to head out, man. I love you guys. God bless you guys in Jesus' name, in Yeshua's name. And I do, Lord willing, plan to be live tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Shout out to the Casper crew. Peace.